is up, Gemini? How are you guys doing? Guess what time it is, man? It's time for your mid-month messages for June 2024. Speaking of which, happy birthday to my Geminis, man. This has been an interesting Gemini season, at least in my neck of the woods. All right, so what I am doing when I do mid-month readings is I'm checking to see if there has been a change of timelines. I like to give advice in my readings, as most of you know. And the reason why I give the advice is because if you take that advice and you apply it, that could potentially change your timeline. And that's the whole point. So for those of you who would like to schedule a personal reading, all the information on how you can go about doing that is down there in the description box of this video. And for those of you catching this on time, tomorrow, June 12th at 11 a.m. Pacific time, we're going to be doing another round of the $22.22 live mini readings. So if you go to my website, tarotwithrich.com, and you open up personal readings, you will see all the information you need as far as how to go about participating in that. All right, y'all, let's jump into this. I'm starting this off with your love interest. Let's see if timelines have changed. Did timelines change between Gemini and the person they're interested in? If they change, did they change for the better or for the worse? Let's see. Oh, Temperance reversed. Some of y'all dealing with a Sagittarius possibly. Kind of tells me that I'm feeling like you're getting a little bit impatient with this situation. It's just not flowing, not moving the way you're wanting it to, not moving the way that you're expecting it to, and maybe you're just getting tired of waiting. But the Five of Pentacles is reversed. So you're still not abandoning the situation, but doesn't look like a love offer is being made. Maybe for some of you, there's a blockage between the two of you. There's something, I don't know what kind of blockage there is here with the Four of Wands reversed. For some of you, it could just be as simple as wrong place, wrong time, bad timing. For others of you with the Eight of Pentacles, maybe the two of you have conflicting work schedules, but there's some kind of blockage here. And so far, it doesn't really look like this person is putting forth the work, the energy, and the effort necessary to overcome that blockage. For some of you, there could be a third party in the mix here too. Okay, well, that's about all I'm getting out of this. Yeah, moving slow, and you're getting a little bit impatient. But you still can't let go of this. You still can't find the nerve to walk away from this and give up on it altogether. Still kind of hanging on. Could be a Leo for some of you. Also have Cancer here. Well, let's see how they feel about you then. Y'all getting notified? It's gonna be one of them days, isn't it? YouTube don't want to notify you. All right, let's see how this person feels about you. How does this person feel about Gemini? Universe. What's their true intentions? Moon card reversed. Actually, I'm honestly kind of feeling like there are some things about this person that they don't want you to know. It's like maybe there's some secrets that they're keeping. I think there's a whole other side of this person that you don't know and they don't want you to know. Yeah. Page of Pentacles reversed. Strength card again. Yeah, they do absolutely feel an unusually strong connection with you. Ooh, already dropping shit on the floor, man. Oh. So yeah, they absolutely do feel an unusually strong connection with you. I don't know. I think it could be a fellow air sign for some of you, but it kind of feels like this person is so up in their head overthinking this that they're not, how do I word this? Like, whenever you feel a real strong connection like that, if you try to think about it too hard, that can actually prevent you from falling all the way in to the connection and allowing it to do what it has to do, if that makes any sense. But yeah, this person does feel an unusually strong connection with you. And yes, they are sexually attracted to you. But I think that there is some things about this person that they don't want you to know. And what? I don't know. I don't know if there's some very specific secrets that they're keeping, or if they just have a whole other personality buried inside of them that they don't want you to know. I don't know. Especially those of you dealing with somebody at the workplace. I know that's not all of you, but I know it's a couple of you. Got that little workplace crush. And even if you all sit together and lunch and you know, hang out on break and whatnot, this person is still a completely different person outside of work. If you was to see them and hang out with them outside of work, you wouldn't even recognize them. They're completely different. Completely different. Could be a Capricorn for some of you. You also have Scorpio here. All right, well, we pretty much got the outcome in the first spread, so let's get the advice. What is the advice for Gemini? Uh-oh. You know what that means, right? The cards are saying it's time to walk away from this. That's not my advice, that's the cards' advice. Why? Ah, okay. Well, first of all, again, this person's sexually attracted to you. It would probably turn into a sex-based connection. I'm also kind of feeling like there's somebody else that this person is either in love with or involved with that you don't know about. Like an ex, possibly. Man. Yeah. Well, here's the thing, though. You know that I like to bend the advice. I'll try to bend the advice to the best of my ability to try to meet you in the middle. And I don't have a lot of wiggle room here, but I do have a little bit. So I would say that for those of you who are dealing with somebody that, like, for example, at the workplace, to where you kind of know them a little bit, but you don't know every little area and aspect of their life, I would say see how close you can get to this person. Like workplace, for example. Invite them to a concert or something, you know? Invite them, hey, you want to go hang out? There's this little fair going on this weekend or something like that, you know? Let them in a little bit closer so that you can start seeing a little bit more of who they really are under that cloak, that facade, that fake cloak of confidence and whatever. See if you can observe them in other areas of their life, because you might start losing interest, very possibly. Plus, this is already talking about the next person due to come in for you. And we're going to go ahead and look at that, because this is being a pain in the ass here. So let's take a look at the next person due to come in. Not necessarily the person that you're thinking about. Not necessarily the person that you're interested in. The next person due to come in whether you're ready or not. You see it? See that? I don't think you need to be a rocket scientist to figure out what this is. This is a very successful life partnership. Very successful. Now, this isn't the card that I would use to tell you that this is your actual person. But there is potential for you and this person to build a happy, healthy, successful life partnership. And no, I don't think you know who this person is. I don't think so. All right, so I think one of the first things that you're going to notice when you connect with this person is that they're wanting to move forward kind of slow. Not like stupid slow. You know, it's not like ridiculously slow, but they're wanting to plan their steps forward because they kind of got their guard up a little bit. Why do they have their guard up? Because of the past. Yeah, this person's definitely guarded. But at the same time, like I said, I don't think it's going to be ridiculously slow. It's not going to leave you laying awake at night wondering what their intentions are. Honestly, I think that you'll probably feel a little bit more at ease with this situation than any situation you've dealt with in a long time. And yes, you feel an unusually strong connection with this person. You absolutely do. Because I think the two of you do have karma from a past life. Now, again, like I tell my clients all the time, don't let the word karma alarm you. That doesn't mean that it has to intrinsically be a bad thing. I have seen many karmic soulmates who build a happy, healthy, successful life partnership. But right now, this person is wanting to move forward slowly to make 100% sure that you're not a liar, you're not a cheater, and you ain't on no toxic drama and no fuckery or bullshit. But it's not going to take too terribly long at all for you to start feeling very comfortable with this situation and kick your running shoes off and get comfy. Let's dig up their intentions a little bit deeper. What are their intentions at the deepest level? Ooh, they believe that you are their person. So this is the card. If you come to me for a personal reading and you ask me, is this person my person? There's only one card that'll tell me that. And that's this one. And also, it's the Gemini card too, for those of you who didn't know that. So this person does believe that you are their person. They absolutely do. Yep, they are ready to start a whole new cycle. However, they're still not just going to jump head first into this blindly. I think they've done that in the past because look at all that. What is that? That's all past energy right there. It's all past energy. So they're still going to be up in their head thinking about this. But again, they want to move forward slowly. This person could be an earth sign for some of you, but they have a very strict priority list. Very strict. And even if you are their person, this individual is not the type to fuck their priority list up. I mean, you know, it's kind of like, well, if you are my person, I shouldn't have to rearrange my priority list. How many of you have been in relationships where you start putting other important things on the back burner? You know, other important like family relationships, you know, work-related situations. You start putting other things on the back burner to try to make this relationship work. Well, when you're with your actual person, you don't have to do all that. It's not even fucking necessary. So that's kind of the way they're looking at this. They do believe that you're their person, but they have a very strict priority list, and they're not gonna put any other areas of their life on the back burner. Because again, I shouldn't have to, right? Okay. Looks pretty damn solid, man. Looks pretty damn solid. And y'all know me. I'll tell you if it's not. I will tell you if it's not. Hey, OG followers, tell the new faces. Do I sprinkle sugar on my tarot readings? Absolutely not. Am I going to tell you what you want to hear? Absolutely not. So when I say it looks solid, trust me, it looks solid. It looks rock fucking solid. Let's see how it plays out for the first month. How's it playing out for the first month? Page of coins, so yeah, hang on. Moving slow, man. This isn't really sweep you off your feet and flip your world upside down. You know, it's not like that. It's gonna flip your world upside down, but very slowly. You see what I'm saying? So this person might have an ex. You all might, I think there is somebody that is more than likely going to try to start a little bit of drama in your all's relationship. Especially when y'all start like posting pictures and posting selfies and shit. Guarantee you, somebody's gonna try to start a little bit of drama. You know, you're gonna get, those random messages or those shitty, nasty little comments, but it ain't gonna mean nothing. It ain't gonna mean nothing. This is still moving forward slowly but surely. And probably once we get into Cancer season, that's when things are really gonna start picking up. So, kind of slow and boring in the beginning, but that's all good, man. Better slow and boring than fast into a brick wall, right? Well, is there any advice? Any advice for this situation? Bam! Lover's card again, man. All right. So, whenever the universe brings you your actual person, there are... Don't look at it from the perspective of, are you my person? You won't need to look at it from that perspective. But there are a few things that you will know for sure. You're going to know how this person feels about you. You're going to know what this person's intentions are. And you're going to know for a fact that you can trust them. Those are the top 3 things that I tell people to look for. But more than that, just because the universe brings you your actual person doesn't mean that there will be no challenges, no obstacles, and no problems. I know that some people live with that little fantasy fairy tale that was programmed into our heads through Disney movies and shit, that happily ever after, I can just kick my feet back and I'm going to be happily ever after. No, it don't quite work like that. There will still be challenges. There will still be obstacles. There will still be problems. The difference is when it's your person, the two of you will work together to overcome these challenges, obstacles, and problems together as a team, and you will never, ever, ever have to question their loyalty or their commitment, ever. You will know for a fact, it doesn't matter what tries to come between us. We're going to work through this together as a team. You just know that. You just know it. I can't really put words behind how you know it, because we've all been with somebody that promises that they're going to be with you through thick and thin. We've heard it a million times, right? But then when you actually meet that individual, it's on a totally different level. You just know it. I can't really explain how. All right. Now we're going to look at the person from the past. Person from the past. Did timelines change between Gemini and the person from the past? Did timelines change? Oh, the Empress reversed. Some of you dealt with a Taurus. Eight of Swords, okay. Damn, dog. Tower card in the upright. And the Death card right next to each other. That's kind of hard to wiggle around that right there. You know what this means, right? Done. Done. Dun 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 dun. That's what that means. There's a few random miscellaneous messages here, though. For those of you wondering whether or not this person sees the error of their ways and is willing to acknowledge the truth of this situation, no. For those of you wondering whether or not this person misses you, no. For those of you who dealt with somebody that had a substance abuse problem and you're wondering whether or not they're willing to get clean, no. But for those of you wondering whether they have let this go, no. They haven't let this go, they haven't moved on, but they're not looking back on the past and missing it. They're looking back on the past and they're angry. Damn, dog. So their number one priority right now is what? Whenever a relationship comes to an end, what does the toxic person always try to do immediately when a relationship ends? Go find somebody new, right? Always. Always. You can bet there's about a 95 to 98% chance that when a relationship comes to an end, especially something that was like long-term, you can tell usually who the toxic one was by who jumps into a new relationship the quickest. Because the person who was genuinely in love is broken. I loved you. If I love you, if I love you, I can't go get with nobody else. I don't give a fuck about nobody else, right? But the person that had ulterior motives and was in this for other reasons, they go out and try to find somebody new immediately, don't they? Yeah. Could be a Scorpio for some of you. You also have Taurus, Capricorn, and Aquarius here. Man. But look, 8 of Cups, Death card, Tower card. Dun 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 dun. Well, let's see how they feel about you at the deepest level. At the deepest level of deep levels. How do they feel about you at the deepest level? They still feel karmically tied to you. They still feel a really, really strong feeling of unfinished business. Ooh, the 7 of Wands. So they are anticipating that you'll be back. They're anticipating that you'll be back. But I'm going to tell you what right now. They're not waiting with open arms. They're waiting with that guard up. Again, we already talked about this. They're out trying to find somebody new. They don't care who. They don't give a damn who. They just want to be with a faceless, nameless somebody as quick as they possibly can. Because that's what's going to make all their problems disappear, right? That's what's going to make them happy, right? Yeah, they're waiting for you to break the silence. And they're giving you the silent treatment. You know what? Probably hoping that you break the silence. They're hoping that you break the silence. But like I said, they're not waiting with open arms. So, this person's fucked up, dude. Wow. Wow. Let's get the advice on this. Let's get the advice on this. What is the advice? Okay. Well, first of all, for those of you who want to communicate with this person, you're not going to get communication unless you're the one that does it. But I wouldn't go into it with expectations. I don't think I would. If anything, maybe you just need a reminder of who this person actually is. I've been seeing that for the past person readings. That's been coming up for more signs in the month of June than I can remember. Maybe you need a reminder of who this person really is. Maybe a conversation would help. Maybe. But again, dun 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 dun. Tower card, death card. Was that you? I know I gave this advice, the same exact advice to a sign a couple of days ago. Was it you? Was that you? I think it might have been. I don't remember. But a conversation might actually be helpful. Especially if you've been separated from this person for a while, 6 months, 8 months, something like that. And you have a conversation with them and you're reminded, you're able to see this situation for what it really was. It might actually help you be able to put this to rest. Might be able to help you move on from this. But if you're hoping for a conversation with this person, it's going to be you. It's going to have to be you that reaches out. What I would do if I was you is send a closure message. Send a closure message. And again, don't have no expectations. And yeah, they're either gonna do one or two things. They're either gonna ignore you or they're gonna respond with something nasty and shitty. Either way, send it and let that be what it is. And then give yourself some time to heal. After you send that message, getting closure, that's gonna drastically alter the trajectory of your path. It doesn't seem like it would, but I promise you it will. Then give yourself no less than 3 months of healing. And do some serious healing. Some serious meditation, introspection, thinking about everything you learned being with that person. Honestly, doing the best you can to take everything you learned and integrate it into your path moving forward. And then after about 3 months, so June, July, August, September, when September rolls around, ask yourself if you're even interested in talking to this person again. Some of you will be, some of you won't. But those of you who are, then maybe reach out and talk to them again. Hey, maybe you might have to do that 2 or 3 times before you're able to completely release and let go of this. Very possibly. But usually what happens whenever you play the situation like that, most of the time, what happens is every time you communicate with the person, you start to see them a little bit more clearly and a little bit more clearly and a little bit more clearly. And all the missing puzzle pieces of your all's past situation start falling into place. And it's weird because it's honestly like a telepathic or empathic download that's very difficult to explain in words. But that's what I would do with this if I was you, honestly. This person honestly sounds like a very miserable individual. Very miserable. And I guarantee you, if their energy stays the same, which most people do, but the path that they're on, they ain't probably gonna find anything successful with anybody, ever, if they don't go do their own healing and do the inner work that needs to be done, and especially be willing to look at the truth of the situation and be willing to improve the areas and aspects of themselves that they need in order to build something healthy and successful. They're just going to bounce from person to person to person to person to person to person, and you won't. All right, well, I do feel like those were the messages that my Gemini friends needed to hear, so I am going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you all once again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget to check down there in the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. And again, for those of you tuning in today, the 11th, tomorrow, the 12th, we're doing the 2222 live mini readings. So if you go to my website, tarotwithrich.com, and open up personal readings, you'll find everything you need to know as far as how to go about doing that. All right, y'all, I'm out of here now. I wish you love, luck, light, and prosperity on your journey. Stay blessed.